Long before communities defined themselves by their ballparks and their malls, they defined themselves by their churches. These are 6 civic treasures that you can cover in a compact walking tour of downtown Charleston. Those solid arched doors frame Quarrier United Presbyterian Church, tucked away beside the Charleston newspapers building. The sanctuary is the site of a popular noontime concert series that takes place both in the fall and the spring. You wouldn't know it from the street, but Quarrier Presby has a beautiful little courtyard garden in the back. The striking columns define the entrance to First Presbyterian Church, completed in 1915. This is not a bashful entrance. The dome of First Presby is one of the most impressive architectural features in all of downtown Charleston. The light streams through those windows that circle the dome. The dome is matched in grandeur by the choir and the organ. It's a splendid sanctuary with pews that fan out from the pulpit. I think the church was more the center of people's lives, says Otis O'Connor, a longtime member and elder. Over the last 15 years, the church has redone this magnificent sanctuary with its incredible detail on the ceiling, and over the last year has redone the wonderful windows. The recent addition at Sacred Heart Co-Cathedral matches up perfectly with the 111-year-old tower in the background. Monsignor Edward Sadie saw to that detail. You couldn't afford a stone altar of such elaborate detail today. Catholics do not shrink from iconic images, and so they are abundant here. The elegance of the statues is matched by the magnificence of the windows. The ceiling timbers are not structural, but they are wonderful nonetheless. The church is part of a complex. To our left is Charleston Catholic High School. On the right is the parish grade school. Completed in 1888, St. John's Episcopal Church is another one of the city's little jewels. Neo-Gothic in style, St. John's is another church with a great dome ceiling and a striking altar. St. John's contributes its share to the spectacular displays of stained glass in downtown Charleston. Natural light pours in through the skylight, adding warmth to the altar. Over the last 40 years, the church has redefined itself into a socially conscious, socially active congregation. Unlike in the other 5 churches, the St. John's Chapel sits within the main sanctuary. Completed in 1911, Christ Church United Methodist was mostly lost in a 1969 fire. The tower you see here survived that fire. The congregation considered moving, but decided to put up a contemporary building on the same site. The sanctuary is square and has 2 vast stained glass windows made from Blenko glass. This traditional piece of stained glass survived the fire. Built just 15 years before the fire, this chapel survived too. The Baptist Temple, designed by New York architect Ernest Flagg, was completed in 1925. It's the youngest of these 6 churches. For sheer elegance, you can't beat this sanctuary and the rooms that surround it. The sanctuary was to be the center of everything. Even the hallways offer breathtaking views and lines. In color scheme and style, the chapel echoes the larger sanctuary. The fountain and courtyard may look old, but they're a recent addition.